Want to know about 10 Instagram myths you thought were true but are probably in actual fact holding you back from growing on Instagram? That's exactly what we're going to be covering in today's video, which is actually in collaboration with a friend of mine, Ben Levitt. I'll be posting my 5 myths about Instagram here on my channel, and he'll be posting another 5 on his channel, so you definitely should check that out after watching this one. Assuming we've planned it right, it should be live right now, but don't skip this one. Go through these 5 and then jump over to Ben's channel, which will be linked below. So without further ado, let's dive into these 5 myths that I'm going to cover on my channel before you jump into Ben's. And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post 2 videos like this every single week, all about growing on Instagram, making money online. And so if you want to see more of that, like I say, subscribe and drop a like on the video. I've also linked my free Instagram ebook down below, which you can go download too. Okay, so Instagram myth number 1 is that you are shadow banned. Now, this is a controversial one, I know. Instagram have recently come out and admitted, after years of denying it, that they do actually restrict the reach of certain accounts that breach their guidelines. There are 25 different guidelines, which I talked about in this video, which you can go check out after this. But usually you're not shadow banned. Usually it's something else. Most of the time when you think you're shadow banned or you think Instagram has restricted your reach, unless you've blatantly done something to break the rules that could hurt your reach, you might be shadow banned, but chances are it's more to do with the content that you're posting is no longer resonating with your audience anymore, and it's working its way out of their newsfeed. As over time, if your content isn't as good as it possibly can be and people are slowly engaging less and less, it just spirals down negatively, meaning you constantly get less and less engagement over time. For example, if you make one post that is subpar, your next post will get slightly less engagement, and then if that post again is subpar, it'll slowly trickle down and down and down, and eventually you'll be left with very few likes from just a few engaged fans who supported you the way through. The bad thing is your content isn't performing. The good thing is it's relatively easy to fix. Simply post amazing content that resonates with your audience and that they're going to engage with, and you will slowly work your way back into the algorithm. Also, take advantage of Instagram Reels to get back in front of them. You can turn this momentum around just like any form of momentum. So if you do start posting really good content and it gets above average engagement, your next post will get a boost. So make sure that next post is awesome and continue this cycle over and over, and you will bring your engagement back up. So there is a small chance that you're shadow banned if you did one of the 25 things mentioned in my video. However, most of the time, most of the people that I talk to are not shadow banned. They just haven't been posting the best content, and it's had a negative effect that's gone exponentially bad over time, but you can fix that with awesome content. Now, moving on to Instagram myth number 2, and that is that you have to post daily or even stick to a schedule in general. Now, it is good to be consistent, and if having a schedule helps you be consistent, then that is totally fine. However, you should not force yourself to stick to a schedule of posting daily or posting a certain amount of times per week if it hinders the quality of your content. If you commit to posting 3 times a week and one week you've only got 2 amazing pieces of content, and you can choose between either breaking the schedule and posting 2 amazing pictures or posting 2 great ones and 1 average one because you just squeeze it out. You should not be making that 3rd one average. You should either post just twice, or you should put in the time and effort to make a 3rd quality piece. You should not be trying to stretch your content to fit into some sort of amount of times per week you've set out to do. This leads on from the first point, as if you rush a piece of content out to fit a certain quota and it is subpar, it's going to get less engagement, which is going to negatively affect the rest of your content on your account in the future. All of the content you put out in your feed should be top tier and designed to bring in new followers to grow your audience, so just don't rush content. However, if you are able to stick to a schedule of posting every day or every second day, and you can put out awesome content because you've got a lot of time on your hands, or you've got a designer or something like that, you've got a team, then definitely go for it, but don't sacrifice the quality to meet a certain quantity, is what I'm trying to say. Now, Instagram myth number 3 is that Instagram only show your content to a small percentage of people. Usually people think it's between 5 and 7%, and if you want to see your content go to the rest of your audience, you have to pay for it. This is a big one that a lot of people talk about, and it is a massive lie. Instagram will give you all the organic reach in the world to your audience and people who have no idea who you are if you create content that is going to captivate and engage them. A lot of people, for some reason, think that your Instagram reach is capped at a certain level and that you have to pay for it for the rest, which is just honestly ridiculous. Just think about it. Instagram produces 0 pieces of content and yet their entire business is based around engaging content that keeps people on the platform so they can show them more ads. So if they purposely restricted the reach of great content, it means there would be less content circulating the platform, engaging their viewers, and people would spend way less time on Instagram. This would mean that they have less people to show ads to and would make way less profit. If your content captivates the users of Instagram and your audience, Instagram will continue pushing it to more and more people on your newsfeed, to your existing followers, then onto the explore pages, hashtag pages, and so forth, until it no longer starts getting a higher retention rate. Usually the issue here is it's not that Instagram are limiting your reach because you're posting great content, is Instagram are limiting your reach because your content is just simply not that engaging. People don't really care about it too much. So instead of pushing your content to new people, they're pushing someone else's content to new people who is doing a considerably better job of captivating that audience, having them engaged, and getting a reaction out of them. So really, again, it just comes down to fixing your content. Now, the hard part about this is actually creating that hyper relevant, hyper engaging content. It does take a fair bit of time, effort, and a lot of learning to actually get to that point. However, once you nail it, you can have all the organic reach in the world that you want. Moving on to Instagram myth number 4, and that is that putting your Instagram hashtags in the caption or comment section will increase or decrease your reach. Now, a bunch of people are sort of split on this idea. Some people think you get better reach in the caption, some people think you get better reach in the comments, and it's quite divided. I've tested this a lot, talked with a lot of fellow marketers, and based on all of the data we've collected, none of us have seen any difference between putting your hashtags into the captions or into the comment section. The main thing that's going to influence your reach is the actual content that you post itself, as well as the hashtags themselves, not necessarily where you put them. Now, where you put them all comes down to personal preference and look. Personally, I prefer put them a few lines down below my caption. That keeps my comment section clean. Other people like to have it in the comments so it keeps their caption really clean and crisp, but it's totally up to what you prefer. And number 5 is that you need a fancy, long written out caption. Again, this one is quite subjective, but I see so many people putting all of this effort into writing these beautiful, amazing, long, well thought out captions for their Instagram posts, and then they pair it with a completely irrelevant piece of content that does them absolutely no favors. Your photo or video or infographic that you post is 95% of the content. If that on its own isn't great and can't captivate the attention of your ideal followers and your current existing audience, then it doesn't matter what you put in your caption, you're not going to grow. And the idea of your feed posts is to grow and reach new people and have an impact on those new people rather than just appealing to your people who already follow you. On the other hand, if you take the focus away from writing beautiful captions and instead focus on creating great content, such as an awesome quote, a great infographic, a funny meme, a video that's going to make people laugh, a video that's going to teach people how to do something or educate them on a certain matter, and all of that, then it doesn't really matter what your caption is because the content itself delivers something massively valuable to the people seeing it. So my advice here is don't worry about long, fancy, thought out captions unless you've already sorted your content, which in most cases, especially with personal brands, is not the case. There are so many theme pages out there that simply just repost engaging content and have "do you agree, follow us at," and then their username for more in their caption, and they do insanely well because the content is so good, it doesn't matter what the caption is. The caption should be like the icing on the cake, not the focus. It should add to the content, not be the content. And that is my 5 big Instagram myths that I think are holding a lot of people back. For the next 5, go check out the video on Ben's channel. I will link it below. He's also got some other incredible videos that I enjoy myself when it comes to Instagram marketing, YouTube tips, and podcasting. For those of you watching this video who are new, whether you came from Ben's channel, whether you found me randomly, however you found me, make sure you do subscribe to the channel as I post 2 videos every single week all about growing on Instagram and making money online. So subscribe if you want to see more of that and never miss a video. You can also download my free Instagram ebook below and apply for my full academy coming out soon, which is going to be teaching everything that I've used to gain millions of followers and a 6-figure business. And yeah, I'm putting that all in there, and we'll be taking beta testers soon, so you can fill out the application below, and if you fit what we're looking for, then we'll get back to you and go from there. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you picked up a thing or two. Let me know in the comments, and aside from that, I will see you all in the next video.